drivers, start your engines!
Firing the engines, hello and welcome to the best road course out west, to Riverside International Raceway, one of, if not the best road courses the NASCAR Cup Series ever raced around. Here in the 1988 cars, last year they ran here at this famous road course after it was demolished, and a year later, and we're in the black number 3 Dale Earnhardt's Goodwin Chevrolet, first year of that arguably most famous NASCAR paint scheme.
Get ready now.
24 laps. Might see
Pit cars in.
2 pit stops for most people. Some could make it on 1. We have about 10 laps, I guess, on the pit stop window.
Green flag,
And the green flag is out for the Winston Western 500 of 88. A little bit of a slow start there for me. This track, absolutely amazing. 43 1980 stock cars take on this mighty fast racetrack. They're a bit slow here, getting on their way. And the 73 and the 10 get together. 73, that's Phil Barkdale. Don't know who's driving that number 10 car. Might be Rodney Combs, so I'm not sure. A lot of dust being kicked up there. So we're trying to make it to the inside of Morgan Shepherd there in the 97 car. We got Herschel McGriff.
Keep to the right.
The 04 Mark Martin in the 6, the Stroh Lights machine up there. Dale Jarrett in the 1, the Portaloop car for Haas Ellington. A couple of names. Oh, it's Ken Bouchard actually, the 10 machine. Brad Knopfsinger and Mike Kerb's 98. As we blaze past the Pontiac of Herschel McGriff there. Kelly Yarbrough's in the field, rest in peace. So we go to that most famous corner at this racetrack.
Keep to the right.
A little bank curve here to complete lap 1. Chad Little is also here in the 19 Coors Light car. Let's make up some more ground here on that first lap. Just get it slowed down. They're almost 3 wide up there. Little versus Yarbrough. And ooh-wee. Getting it down to first gear because they're slowing up so much. And Mark Martin kind of slow. Dale Jarrett trying to go past here. Brett Knopfsinger uses this as an opportunity because I really can't get past. Otherwise I would have had to pass him here on the grass. Or the dust, the sand. Rather, so we're now getting to the inside of Jarrett, Dale and Dale show.
Clear.
The 37th spot. Not quite.
Car left.
So now getting it slowed down into that little hairpin corner here. Onto the main straightaway.
Still there.
Side by side with Chad Little. We got past the 1 car. Now with the draft, with the better acceleration like we had on lap 1. Trying to thread the needle here. 3 wide. On Chad Little and Mark Martin Chevrolet power. Gassing us through here. Next up is Jimmy Means and Kelly Yarbrough. Jimmy Means, longtime owner driver, who retired in the wake of the deaths of Rodney Orr and Neil Bonnet in 1994, which is understandable, to be honest. Neil Bonnet is also in the field here today in the 75 car, the Valvoline Pontiac for Butch Mock and what was the other guy's name? Dick Rahelli, I think it was, the Raymock Enterprises, number 75 car. Ooh, look at the speed we can carry through that corner past Yarbrough. He has to slow down there a lot as we cut through the grass behind Connie Saylor. Ooh, and we're off.
The yellow flag is out.
And the yellow's out.
Race back to the line.
Oh, wow. That was a hard lick. That was a hard one there. Up that hill through the S's, running up the hill. That's where some drivers got injured or worse.
Looks like we're bent up on the back end.
Oh, yes, we definitely are.
time by.
Gonna bring the car now to the attention of the old Good Wrench crew here. Let them work their magic. Obviously, can repair the car because it's a road course. We're not gonna get lapped, even if we repair the damage. We're gonna go green the next time by, so it's getting tires on, getting fuel in, denting the back end out, and then off we go.
Pace car's in.
Oh shit, we're not gonna take the green flag. Because we're at the other end of the racetrack. Behind Michael Watchup there in the 30 car, who was a little slow there. And we're not allowed to pass him, or are we? I'm just gonna go past him. If he's that slow, we're gonna miss the green flag here. Or are we? I don't know.
Green.
Yeah, we are. But don't seem to be penalized for that, so we're just gonna go under full speed here. And just do what Dale Earnhardt would have done, just bend the rules so that, you know, he can stay in this race. We should be now up to 34th, because Dale Jarrett also seems to be gone missing on the racetrack, as he's at the moment scored ahead of me, but obviously he isn't. And we're actually up to 33rd. Still got about 20 seconds to HB Bailey in the 36 car up next. But these folks weren't on pit lane, so yeah, we'll just see what's happening. This race, there's some smoke. Cut across the grass here. Gotta move on. I just ran my fastest lap. If you look down at the bottom of your screen there on the session info menu. And yeah, I don't think the car was too badly damaged. I mean, we were halfway upside down on that wall when we crashed, but hey, damn thing's still running. And there's the guys ahead. So we made up some good ground, almost 10 seconds in one lap. Obviously, we had the huge advantage of just being under power and just full speed when we came to the green flag, and these folks were just accelerating. So that plays toast to something. I have a top 10 car. In practice, I was 9th fastest. I didn't really change anything to the setup. I just gave me a little bit more grip on the rear end, lowered the tire pressure by half a psi, left and right. So maybe that's helping a little bit with the acceleration bit. Yeah, car's running good. It's running great. Obviously, I don't think we can go for the win. The only way we can go for the win is on strategy, and I don't know if we can. Someone's on pit lane. That was the 97 of Morgan Shepherd. Don't know if he was for position or not. Oh, he actually was. Was there another one on pit lane? I think there was as well, because I went up to 31st from 33rd on the grid, so we'll see. But right now, we are about... You didn't see that? I just didn't cut the course. Whoops. There's a slow car. Seems like we almost run the damn thing into the wall. That's what you get for cutting the course, I'd say. That's probably killed the right front, the left front rather. But we are still in the going. Okay, keep our head down, keep pushing. Top 30 is definitely possible. Maybe top 20, but we'll see. Oh, we made up a lot of ground there to these folks. That is, who's that? Seems to be Chad Little and HB Bailey, from what I can tell here. Using the grass to get the car hooked and turned around there. And stomp it on the throttle. And we're off onto the long straightaway. And we aren't too far away from these folks. So, yeah, we could probably get ourselves a good run here at the end of this thing. Also, we have to come down to pit lane again. That's a bit of a problem. Because these folks now can make it on one stop, and I essentially have to make 2 stops. So that could be an issue. It's just come to mind as I'm running a little too wide there on the exit of the corner. A little too much. Yeah, just... You notice that the rear downforce is missing a little bit, but... It genuinely drives okay. Like, I'm surprised. It does. It's that fast after being in the fucking wall and a little bit... Caught a little air there. Through the S as we go. Don't want to overshoot him again. Chad Little now up next. trying to pass him for a top 30 spot. Oh, and there's a wreck. Chad Little
You got a slow car on the left.
on someone else. That's the 4 car. Caution, caution.
Let's go.
The 4 car, the 90, and the 6 is also involved there. Mark Martin. We make our way through here. Got to race back to the line, obviously. Getting passed by some of these folks. We're on the curb, almost losing the car. Don't know what happened. They were just stationary through the S's. Let's get some positions here on Herschel McGriff, HP Bailey, and Rick Wilson, the 4 car. And that gives us the opportunity to go down to pit lane and don't lose a lot of positions. That's a really fortunately timed caution, I would say so. Now let's see, can we get these 2 folks there, Wilson and Bailey? Maybe not. They were a little too quick there on the acceleration. Oh, maybe. Maybe we can get the 36 car on the run down to the start to finish line. Just get through here nicely.
Pit road is closed.
I don't think it's going to be... Nope, it's not going to be enough. But we gained some spots, and that's going to be
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the
28th.
Stay behind the 36 car.
We're going to come down to pit lane, make our final stop, and then we should be back in the race, and that's good. And here's what had happened. Rick Wilson, the 4 car, and Benny Parsons in the 90. Wilson gets on the grass and just collects the 90 car. They spin onto the racetrack. Connie Saylor's involved as Wilson back onto the racetrack. From a different angle, Benny Parsons just collects Connie Saylor. Harry Ganson there, Mark Martin. The 29 of Kelly Yarborough collects the 6 of Martin there a little bit, and we just go through there. Here's what happened to Chad Little. He just loses control of his number 19 Ford and spins onto the grass. And Herschel McGriff just slows down for some reason. He doesn't collect him or anything. I thought he had the damage from the 19 there. So now everyone comes in as we're right on the pit stop window, obviously. We got a little bit of damage we could repair, but the car's just been running that good.
Pit road is now open.
It would cost us too much time to repair that, so we're not gonna.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under.
We're coming into pit lane behind HP Bailey of the 36 car. The owner driver there. And our Goodwrench crew goes back to work. 4 tires, fuel, and we're off for what should then probably be 10 laps of racing left. We're now coming to the green flag. I want to give you a little look at the race standings at the moment. Larry Pearson leads the damn thing from Ernie Irvin. Bill Elliott in 3rd, Ricky Rudd in 4th, Rusty Wallace, Terry Labonte, Darrell Walter, Richard Petty, Davey Allison, AJ Foyt in the top 10. And Ernie Irvin has gone to pit lane, seems like. And we're back racing. We're behind the 75 car of Neil Bonnet, who I just talked about a couple of laps ago. As we're now cruising through the S's again. Obviously, not everyone did get the green flag as a pack. But that's alright. Some smoke being thrown up into the air, some dust. And we almost run the car into the wall. Up that little hill thing again. As we're hunting down maybe to the inside of the 75. Nope, not enough. Got a couple of big name drivers ahead as well. We got, you can see the 7 car of Alan Kulwicki. Philip Duffy's in the 32. Phil Parsons is there. We're actually in 20th, okay. And Brett Bodine is a fair ways back, and Bonnet has some damage to his bonnet. Lol. And into the last corner, we brake. Oh, some folks again down to pit lane. That's the 25, Ken Schrader, the race leader, Larry Pearson on pit lane. So these folks didn't pit under the caution, which is absolutely stupid. It's giving us some more free positions. And we almost spin the car around there. Got it slideways through that fast corner number 1. Down to 2nd to get some grip. And Neil Bonnet on the brakes a little harder since he's almost now 2nd back. Take it nice and slow there, since I don't know if these folks can have a little scruffle, which they don't. And now we're in 16th, maybe even looking at a top 10 finish. Which would be really great. And now we lock the brakes. Oh, why did it feel like my brakes were just fading? There, I was stomping them. And they were just not stopping. Okay. Have a look at the tires, they're already a little worn. That's alright. They will make it for another 8.5 laps. Because with all these folks going side by side through the S's, we're going to take a little slow here. But we can try to make up some positions. Maybe follow Philip Duffy through there on Jeff Bodine. Don't really work. Just going to go to the inside of Duffy. Not to be confused with JD McDuffie, another legendary owner driver. The inside of the 32 car. This time we hopefully brake. Which we do now behind Jeff Bodine in the Levi Garrett Chevrolet for Rick Hendrick. That's P14. Now can we get Jeff Bodine around that corner? No, we cannot. Probably through the S's. Quite certain we can take it nice and slow through here, nice and tidy. Get the thing slowed down. On the gas, a little back end slip up there. Trying to find a way past Jeff as he makes his old Chevy Monte Carlo as wide as possible. Ooh, locking up the brakes there almost. Got the car doing little wheel hop things, which is not supposed to do. Maybe into that corner. Into the hairpin. Yes, we can.
Stay on the right.
Beautiful stuff here. Jeff trying to come back around the outside. He has to go through the grass. We're still side by side. No, we are not anymore. Up into 13th position. Oh no, it's Ken Bouchard. No, he is not for position. Also Morgan Shepherd out there, who's currently side by side with Alan Kulwicki. Or rather, Alan has passed him.
Car left. That car is a lap down.
So Alan Kulwicki, next car for position. So that AC spark plug Buick is also a lap down as well. We're coming now to 4 laps to go. We caught up with Alan Kulwicki for 12th position. Try to get around the outside of that Ford, but didn't work there. Maybe get the run through that final turn. Not really. Alan's old Ford got a little better run there, but we're just the best car through the S's. I feel like that's where we make up the most time. Even without shortcutting. Now behind Alan Kulwicki in that Cerex Ford Thunderbird. Trying to get the damn thing slowed down with him. Alan a little early on the brakes there, I feel like. Can we try the old switchback? Not quite, but we got the advantage now coming into the hairpin. Alan tries to push me off the racetrack there a little bit, but no, buddy.
Still there.
I'm still the man in black, the Intimidator. I can get whatever I want if I wanted to, or something. Alan gets a little better acceleration. Damn thing snaps on me there, almost running into the side of the 7 car. That automobile, but we pass him now. The old Childress horsepower pulling us along into 12th position. Phil Parsons is next in the 55 car, the Hal Needham-owned Chevrolet. Now Alan tries to come back. He's not able to. We send it just a little deep in there. Oh, the 55. Parsons down to pit lane. Some odd reason. There's a couple of folks down to pit lane. Wait.
We'll give you just a splash of fuel.
Oh. Might be a little short on gas. You know what? We're just going to stay out for shits and giggles. We're just going to stay out as long as we can. 3 to go. We got 3 laps of fuel in the damn thing. Just going to take a little slow as we run absolutely wide there through the grass. Okay, we gotta do a little short shifting. Don't use the first gear a lot anymore.
You got a slow car up on the
Well,
right.
we should be able to make it on fuel even. I think I was talking about this a little earlier when I said maybe we can make a run at the win for through strategy. So maybe this is our shot at doing that. we will see if everyone else comes in. We could just nurse the car over the line. Then we're good to go, I would say. If you take a look at that, we are now 11 seconds clear of the race leader, Bill Elliott, and we are now the net race leader. So, taking a look at the fuel, still says we need a splash of gas, which we're obviously not going to take. So I would go as far as to say we're probably going to run out around the champion spark plugs pit sign. Maybe even further we can go. So we should be able to coast it across the line. We're just going to try it. Now it says we need a half a can of gas. No, mate. I can make it. I'm quite certain I can make it. Quite sure we can pull this damn thing over the line in first with enough fuel in the tank to not stall out around here. White flag in the air one more time around, and the fuel hasn't gone down. 3 gallons of fuel left. That should be able to take us around one more time.
You the man. Come on, bring it home. You're in first.
We're in the lead on the white flag lap. Just nursing it around here. Running through the grass a little bit. But that's alrighty with me. Get it slowed down nice and tidy there. Almost 13 seconds of a gap to Bill Elliott. Now it's just a casual Sunday drive down to the start-finish line, I would assume. Because it's still running. We've still got fuel pressure. If you look at it, yeah, that's enough. That's enough. As long as I hit the champion spark plug bridge with enough fuel in the tank. See, now the needle goes down. The pressure is starting to drop.
We'll give you a half a can of fuel.
Oh, I don't know. We're not out yet. We can coast it from here. And from dead last to the wall to the checkered flag, and we're gonna take it first for Dale Earnhardt. We win the Winston Western 500 out here at Riverside.
Keep digging. You won! I don't care what they say about you. You're okay in my book.
Thank you, crew chief, and that was an amazing run there. We just had to pull it down to pit lane and get ourselves some fuel to drive to victory lane. Bill Elliott comes in second. Ricky Rudd actually second. Bill Elliott third, alrighty. Del Waltrip, Richard Petty gets the top 5. Terry Labonte, Larry Pearson, who led the race for a bit. Rusty Wallace, Davey Allison, and his dad, Bobby Allison, routing out your top 10. And there we are. Have a look at that old number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet there one more time before we end this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Riverside, obviously one of my favorite road courses. Sadly, the only track of those that I would consider were really bad. The NASCAR got rid of them. That will never return, obviously, because it was demolished in 1989. Yeah, it's a bit sad, but obviously we can race here in the virtual form on NR 2003. I think there's also versions for Assetto Corsa, and maybe, well, probably for any of the other old racing sims, maybe the original R Factor, probably GTR 2, you know, but I don't have these games, and I don't really intend to get into them at the moment. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. If you have, leave a like, subscribe. See you up next time for whatever I do next. Have a good one, and goodbye.